They say never. I say never tell me what to do. A person will never put you in a position above them. That's never a lie, always true. Success never comes without risk, and risk never comes without fear. YouTube is a smoke and mirror, never how it appear.
Fix that little hood. So he recommended that I get the band put on the tanks, otherwise it's gonna start leaking. Some of y'all might have had experience with this. I had no idea that they could ban the tank, so don't really know what the price gonna be, but clearly it must be a little cheaper than buying some new tanks. I'm hoping. I don't know. He probably don't care about spending my money, but that's the pitting that he was saying, as long as they weren't pitted, which he claimed they wasn't pitted, but now that he got them cleaned up, he done changed his mind. So since I got to take the tanks to Aluma-Tank to get the band put on them, I'm gonna see how much they're gonna charge to polish them instead of painting them. I don't know what way I'm gonna go, but just an update on Tina. Yo, I just asked the mechanic, I'm like, man, what you think? Should I get the tanks polished? He like, they don't polish tanks there. They're gonna tell you to buy a new one. I'm like, well, how much you think a new one costs? He like, you can ask them. I'm guessing that it's gonna cost about $1,000 a tank. Oh yeah, and by the way, we got the scraps ordered. I forgot to say that at the beginning, that we got the scraps ordered for Tina. The scraps ended up being $125, so they wasn't the $350 to $400. Dude that quoted it first, I don't know what he was doing. He misunderstood something or whatever the case may be. So when I get the Aluma-Tank, I ain't even gonna ask him how much a new tank costs. I'm just at this point, just put the band on them, we throw them back on there, and I can just sit back and go back to not hauling no loads because of the rates anyway. An hour later, I done pulled up at Aluma-Tank. Might not look like much, but they do good work. All right, like I said, this place don't look like much, but they got their little warehouses right there, and they full of tanks. He said that this is the tank scrap is one of the most common repairs that they do. So just in case you ever in the area and want to know, name of it is Aluma-Tank. Dude I dealt with, his name's Scott. He said that I got 100-gallon tanks. He said to put the bands on both tanks, it's gonna be $293 a tank, I'm guessing, plus tax. So it is what it is. Just in case y'all wondering, how do you move a truck with no fuel tanks? This is how. All right, this is what the tanks look like when they put the band on them. I wish I could tell you what they did underneath. I don't know, but you can see where they tack it all the way around. And that's what they do when they band the tank. And this is actually where the scrap go. So they put some type of piece over that and they connect it on there. That's what it look like. Aluma-Tank, they do real good work. So shouldn't leak or anything like that. And you can see where they connect the band together at right here. So that's what it's like when you get the tank banded. That's what it looks like. So, and it's 2 on each tank. Of course, y'all probably knew that. And that's what it looked like. So I'm supposed to get the tanks painted black. So we'll see how that go. I definitely could get them polished up. This, you're gonna see this a little bit because the strap is, I think this is the strap right here. The strap is what? 5 inches? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the strap 5 inches, and what's this right here? So This looked to be, what, 6? Looked to be 6. Now, of course, I'm just guessing on this, but, you know, I'm pretty good with my guesses. So you will see a little bit of this when I put the scrap on there. So with that being said, it'll look, I mean, I guess it'll look okay because yeah, I would rather just have the tanks polished if I was going to do that because this new, but since I'm just going to paint them, and yeah, I'm just going to paint them. I think I'd rather have them painted than polished and have to keep up with the polish on there. So everything should be covered up. So that's what we going to do. Just taking a look at the new tanks. Got them put on there. Got them painted black. Oh, look-see. Yeah, no. One thing I noticed, though, is coolant level. Coolant level is a little low. It's sitting a little uneven, but it don't normally be that low. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Usually a clamp or something might be leaking, coming loose. I don't really see nothing, so that ain't a good sign. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that, man. They usually be upward here. That ain't good. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's because that fan was stuck on when I first bought it to the shop or what, but yeah, this is what the tanks look like with the new scraps, with the painted tank. I don't know how long that paint gonna last, but that's what we working with. So it is what it is.
Been through a lot of pain in my life, and I pray the Lord take it all away.